Hi, and welcome to Level Up with Sophie. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the text box tools formula button in Kami. And I'm also going to use the drawing tool a little bit. In this one, I'm going to do number 1 in this activity. First I'm going to use the drawing tool here, and I'm going to change the stroke thickness so it's not as big, and I'm going to use blue so that it stands out for my teacher. All right, so I'm going to use the cross multiply and divide. I'm clicking and dragging. So this is an example of what a student would or could do to show their thinking, and they could be explaining it at the same time. We're going to go diagonal. We're going to multiply these. So it's going to be a times 7 equals 6 times 5. So then they're going to use their text box tool. Click on their text box tool. Click on the page to insert the text box tool, and it creates itself. And then you're going to come up here to the formula button. Click on it to then type their work. So 7a equals 6 times 5. And they can go left and put their times in there if they want to visually see it. To get out of it to go to the next line, you have to go right all the way out and then hit enter to go to the next line and hit the formula button again. So then I could do 7a equals 30. And then hit the right button to get out of it. Now, if you're me, I like to have things lined up with the equal sign. So I'm actually going to make sure that this is centered with the center button. Yeah. So that everything lines up with the center button. All right, so now we're all centered and the equal sign is going to line up. Now I know that I need to divide by 7 because the 7 is being multiplied by the a. I want to get the a alone. I'm going to isolate the variable. You can give them extra points for using vocabulary appropriately. So I'm going to do the inverse operation and divide by 7 on both sides of the equal sign. So when we hit the formula button, it changes the toolbar at the top to the math toolbar, and you can click this pi button right here, which is the symbol palette, which gives you access to all the symbols. I think there's over 70 symbols that you can choose from, and I'm going to use the divide symbol by 7, hit right, and do a couple of spaces, and I'm going to do it again, function, divide by 7. I like that spacing. That looks good. Okay, and then I'm going to hit enter. And then this is where I could bring in my drawing tool to say that this is going to cancel out like this, and maybe draw this line under here because I like to have a visual that now this is the answer. So 30 divided by 7 is a decimal, and we're to round our answers to the nearest tenth. I'm going to go into my text box again. I'm going to click here where this is, and I'm going to have A equals like 4 point something. Let me bring up my calculator. 30 divided by 7. 4.28. So my student might have 4.28571. 571, and then maybe I want them to always like tell me what the answer is and circle it or something. It's up to you. And then it'd be A equals 4.3, and then they can use the drawing tool to circle it, or even the shapes tool to do a circle. So that's my answer, and that's how you use the text box tools formula button. Okay, thanks for watching.